It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 17th of September. I'm Michael Groff. When you step outside, you're going to feel it. The humidity levels are back up once again. It is soupy, and it even looks a little ominous outside. So what about some rain chances? Not just for tonight and tomorrow, as we've been talking about, but even maybe as early as this afternoon. Well, we'll get into that. Temperatures are going to be headed down over the next few days with the added cloud cover and rain chances and higher humidity levels. But look out next week because it could get pretty hot around here. And I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to eat a great big plate of crow after my no more 110-degree day proclamations that I've been making of late. I know I can already hear you beginning to throw stuff at your devices. Please don't. Let's all just take a great big deep breath. We'll calm down. We'll talk about it rationally to the best of our abilities as we dive on in just a moment. Hey everyone, it's Michael Groff here to talk to you about your roof. With all the extreme weather we have in Arizona, you need a name you can trust, and that's why you should call Blackstone Roofing Group for all of your roofing needs. Call for your free inspection today. Big or small, they do it all. Tile, shingle, or flat roofing, they can help. Offering free inspections and more. Roofing made easy. Call 602-536-9363 or visit blackstoneroofing.com to schedule your free inspection today. And if you tell them Michael Groff sent you, they'll take $500 off the price of your roof replacement. Again, that's 602-536-9363 or blackstoneroofing.com. All right, let's get into it here. Taking a look at the almanac from yesterday. 105 degrees was the afternoon high, 82 the morning low. 4 degrees above those averages of 101 and 78, 109 degrees. That's the record high from 2020. And as we take a look outside right now at 8:45 a.m., yeah, we've got the clouds out there, and it's getting a little bit darker down to the south. We're sitting at 88 degrees at Sky Harbor, but look at the dew point. It's come back up to 63. It's pretty muggy out there. 43% the humidity. Wind from the east at 3. The barometer is rising. All right, current radar across the area. Well, we've got some light showers across parts of southern Arizona, down around the greater Ajo Metroplex. They've had a little bit of light rain down there this morning. And over much of Pima and southern southwest Maricopa, Pinal counties. And we do expect to see a few of those showers continuing to make their way to the northwest over the next several hours. I don't think we're going to see anything here in Phoenix this morning. I guess a few sprinkles someplace might be possible, but better chances of rain will be coming in over the next 12 to 18 hours or so, and certainly by tomorrow, with some locally heavy rain possible in some areas. Satellite picture out here across the southwest over the last 16 hours, and you can see Mario has, well, it's lost its tropical storm status. It's now just a remnant low that's moving up the Baja and merging with a broader upper low that's off the Southern California coast. That area of low pressure, combined with ridging off to the east and southeast, continues to pull moisture northward into the greater southwest from the coastal Southern California region eastward all the way into Arizona and New Mexico. And so as a result of that deeper moisture coming in, shower and thunderstorm chances will increase and temperatures will head down. But yes, it is going to be pretty muggy out there. The watch warning map is just incredibly quiet. We do have a little flash flood warning up there around parts of Hamlin County in South Dakota. But other than that, there's really not any high impact events ongoing at this time. The month of September has been just amazingly quiet for the most part across the contiguous United States. Convective outlook for today. We do have the standard slight risk of severe storms, just a little sliver there over parts of Colorado, New Mexico, and the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. The marginal risk, again, Colorado, New Mexico, and into the Plains states. Arizona, a fair portion of southern and eastern Arizona in the green. Thunderstorms are possible. We don't anticipate any organized severe weather, although a couple of strong storms can't be ruled out. Storms will be fairly widely scattered today, very, hit and miss, but where they do occur, again, some locally heavy rain is possible. The tropics in the Atlantic Basin, we've got a couple of waves. Well, we've got one wave and a brand new tropical storm on the board. That wave off the African coast with a low chance to develop as it's going to be undergoing a lot of dry air and subsidence, and that's just not favorable for the development of a tropical system, but we'll keep an eye on it. And then we've got Tropical Storm Gabrielle. That has just come onto the board here. And top winds 45 miles per hour. This is expected to make that turn more toward the northwest. This should become a hurricane, though, according to the National Hurricane Center, perhaps early Sunday morning. And the only threat to any land that it has right now is maybe Bermuda, although a fair number of the models keep it just east of Bermuda. But obviously, we're going to keep an eye on where this goes. But it is not a threat to the east coast of the United States, and that is good news. In the Pacific, we've got a wave off the Mexican coast with a 70% chance of developing over the next couple of days. Mario is off the board now, just a remnant low, again, merging with that upper low off the Southern California coast. Here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, anywhere from 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. Of course, any one spot can get more than what's shown here. This represents an average of what we'll see across the region. Naturally, the higher terrain features will have the best chance of accumulating precipitation. So let's get into the details of this forecast right now. What's going on out there? To do that, we'll explore the models. Check it out. Here we go. This is the GFS. It's the American model, the global forecast system. This is the 06Z run, and this is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. The upper look at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet off the ground. We still have that low over the south and central Atlantic coast for some unsettled weather there. But, for us, it's just this upper low to the west, the kind of the remnants of Mario merging with that, and a lot of tropical moisture being pulled northward into the region. So what it all means down at the surface for the rest of the day today, mix of sun and clouds. High temperatures will top out in the upper 90s to about 102. It will be muggy, and widely scattered showers and thunderstorms will develop mainly over the higher terrain of eastern and southeast Arizona. A few storms elsewhere, though. And those storms, any one of them could be capable of producing some brief, heavy downpours, some lightning, some gusty winds. Could we see a strong or severe storm? I suppose it's possible, but for the most part, storms should stay sub-severe. All right, for tonight, slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm coming in here late afternoon and this evening. Overnight lows tonight will mainly be in the 70s to low 80s. Let me show you the, just real quick here, I thought I'd pull this up. This is our HRRR model, the high resolution rapid refresh at 5 o'clock this afternoon to give you an idea of how things will look. And we don't really expect to see a lot of storms here in the valley through the rest of the day today, but isolated thunderstorms are possible. So we can't rule it out. And that's why we put that slight 10 to 20% chance in for today, slightly better chances tonight. All right, let's go to tomorrow. We still have this upper low to the west. Ridging to the east, a little jet streak coming through Southern California, Southern Arizona to enhance for some added dynamic support, especially tomorrow afternoon. We have lots of tropical moisture around. That's not a problem. You're going to feel it, obviously. The low and mid levels of the atmosphere are very saturated. The upper levels of the atmosphere still have some dry air, so really deep convection is not necessarily expected, but the more forcing we get, the stronger the thunderstorms could be, and the more locally heavier downpours we could see. And so that's a concern of ours and a forecast challenge for tomorrow. One element that will be lacking is the thermodynamic support, the sun. The more sun we get, that's going to add to the instability of the atmosphere, but I think we're going to have a fair bit of cloud cover around tomorrow, more clouds than sun. Still, though, scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible through the day, most numerous in the afternoon hours. Let me show you. This is our HRRR model tomorrow at 2 o'clock. You saw this in our thumbnail, and yeah, showers and thunderstorms across south central, southwest, west central Arizona into southeast California. And again, a few of those storms could get strong. We don't expect any really widespread, organized, severe weather, but an isolated strong storm absolutely cannot be ruled out. And while we don't anticipate widespread heavy rain either, again, locally heavy rain is possible and local flooding is possible. We saw that with a storm last night just south of Tucson. Any one of these storms in this kind of air mass can put down heavy rain in short order, so be aware of that. So that's how it looks for tomorrow, and high temperatures will be lower, mainly in the mid-90s. Shouldn't be too bad relative here for mid-September. Yeah, it's going to be muggy, but we'll take that if it means some rain. Friday is a really tricky forecast, partly sunny. Drier air is starting to come in with that southwesterly flow, but still there's plenty of moisture in the low and mid levels of the atmosphere. So with more sun expected on Friday, now we'll have the thermodynamic instability, but we're going to lose some of the dynamic instability. So the heat of the day will drive drive storms. And my throat's pretty parched here. I gotta have some water. All right, so we'll have the thermodynamic support on Friday. High temperatures will top out again in the mid to upper 90s. And again, the more sun we get, the better the chances of storms. But with southwesterly flow, that's not the greatest for getting storms to come into the lower deserts. Still, though, we'll keep that 20 to 30% chance of storms going. All right, now as we go to Saturday, we'll start to dry out with that continued southwesterly flow. High temperatures will top out again in the mid to upper 90s. Shouldn't be a bad day. Now, is the chance of rain in Phoenix 0 on Saturday? No, but I would say it's very, very low and not worth putting into a forecast. Sunday, too, is a little bit complex. There's a little ripple that could come through the flow here to trigger a few showers and storms. We've got a 10% chance of rain going in the forecast for Sunday, and I'll be very candid with you on this. I'm not very confident in even that, and in a future forecast, I might just take that out altogether. I know the National Weather Service has struggled with that idea as well, but I do expect at least an isolated storm or two being around on Sunday. But probably if they are going to occur, they'd be more over the higher terrain. Drier air is really going to start to filter in now. As we go into next week, high pressure takes over, and those upper heights are going to start climbing to around 591, 592 decameters on Monday. Highs are going to get back to around 99 to 103. As we go toward Tuesday, upper heights 592 to 594 decameters. We could actually see highs getting up toward 105, maybe 106 degrees. And, we're not getting too far from record territory the further out here we go and deeper into September. And the average high temperature is getting under 100. Those record highs are, in the 105 to 109 range. So we're not going to be far away from that. Here's a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 24th. Now, the GFS has very slightly backed off on the upper heights here, but still, Wednesday could be a pretty hot day. High temperatures, I would say, around 103 to 107. Now, I still don't think we're going to see any 110s in Phoenix, but the hottest deserts of Southeast California, Southwest Arizona, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, could see the mercury hit 110. I hope not, but in Phoenix, I just don't expect that still. And I sure hope I'm not eating crow for that. Now we've got a pretty impressive trough developing off the Pacific Northwest coast, and we're going to keep an eye on that because that should start to dampen out this ridge as we go toward Thursday, the 25th. Upper heights are slowly coming down. The flow is becoming more westerly. And so with upper heights now around 588 decameters, temperatures should back off at least a few degrees, closer to, if not just ever so slightly above seasonal averages. This is the end of the forecast period, Friday the 26th, and again, a very strong low that's off the Pacific Northwest coast, some pretty cold air coming in there. And if this verifies, the northwestern United States could get a really good taste of fall by the time we get out toward the very end of next week and that following weekend. As for us, I think we're too far south to be greatly influenced by that trough, but it is going to weaken the ridge a bit. Southwest flow will be dry, but temperatures should back off probably to around the 95 to 100 degree range. And those overnight lows, obviously with a drier air, will once again become much more pleasant. Looking at rainfall for Phoenix, this is going out through the 1st of October. Oh, that sounds great. And this is off the GFS ensemble. The ensemble mean is about 3/4 of an inch or so. Now, when we show this, people ask, well, what is this? What does all this mean? This is an ensemble, okay? There's 31 model members in this ensemble. Each model member is its own model. They each have different physics parameters, different algorithms that they use. And so they each have, different ways to determine the different initialization parameters to determine precipitation output. So each one of these bars that you see at the top and middle of your screen is a model member. And so some of them show very little. Some are over 2-3 inches of rain. And then at the bottom, we have the ensemble mean. We also have the control member there. The ensemble mean is, that's the mean, the average of those ensemble members. And then in the European AI ensemble, there are 51 members in this ensemble. And again, there's a huge spread. You got, anything from about 0 all the way up to 3 inches of rain or so. So obviously there's a big disparity. And so we have a model, an ensemble mean that's just about 2/3 of an inch here. All right, looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, and the trend is up. And this time we're not using the wrong graphic, that's for sure. 106, 107, that is possible next Tuesday and Wednesday. I know, I wish this were the wrong graphic and we were showing, highs in the 80s and 90s, but that's just not the way it is right now. Could still get pretty warm at the middle part of next week. That's not a for sure, but that's looking more likely. And then temps will trend down a little bit thereafter. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. And should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell. Leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like these videos, you want to support the channel, please do so by clicking that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. Make a contribution to us that way. It's called a super thanks. Or you could do what, and I hope I'm getting this name right, Kier Christensen did yesterday, and send money to our PayPal, Groff Show at gmail.com. That's GROFF show at gmail.com for our PayPal. And of course, our Venmo, that is also linked up down in the description. So if you enjoy what we do here, you appreciate our efforts, you want to support the channel, help us out, that is greatly appreciated. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my OAO, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Blogs, videos, everything Michelle related, Kylie related, Adriana related. It's all linked up down in the description below, so check it out. Our streaming station available 24/7, 365 called KMGX. We play a lot of music, have a lot of fun there. Check that out as well. And do check out Dan over at the Courtroom Files YouTube channel, The Courtroom Files on YouTube, or courtroomfiles.com for all your Courtroom Files merch. He's a friend of the channel, friend of mine, and he would be a friend of yours. All you got to do is just, sign up, become a member of his channel. You don't even have to be a member of his channel. He'll be a friend to you. He's a nice guy like that. He's very cool. But I guarantee you would probably get extra friend points if you went over to the Courtroom Files and just said hello. He's always around there, and he's got tons and tons of content. It's great stuff. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support. It's amazing. It is so greatly appreciated. And as of this recording, we are just 16 subscribers away from 2,500. And again, we've almost doubled the subscriptions in the last few months here on this channel. It has been quite a run, and I appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed. Each and every one of you, you are all legends. You're all superstars. I appreciate all of you. Thank you again. Please be safe, though. Stay cool. Stay hydrated out there. You guys have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Wednesday.